Hello everyone, it is Briximus Prime back for another Transformers action figure review, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Class Blackarachnia. Let's just get right on into the review by starting with that packaging. And now taking a look at the packaging right here on Blackarachnia's packaging. Right up front here, we got an image of Blackarachnia in her robot mode with all the spider legs, and then over here we got an image of her in the spider mode, the Nemesis. And then over there in the background, you can see Scorponok, Dinobot, and Waspinator. Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron, Deluxe Class, Transformers Generations Takara Tommy here on the top, Predacon symbol. Here on the side, got some nice artwork. Authentic Transformers! And then here on the back, obligatory product shots. That's a spider, 20 steps. And, yeah, nothing much else to say here. And Blackarachnia did come with a golden disc card. It's another Dinobot card, only this is the first time that I've gotten this particular version of the card. It shows Dinobot as a maximal, so that is a pretty nice little thing there. So anyway, that is it for that. And before we get into the figure herself, here is the only accessory that comes with Blackarachnia. It's her little grapple gun thing. It's got some nice copper paint there on the handle, and then the big blade here does not come out, sadly. It is all molded together as one piece, so this part does not come out. It would have been nice if they molded this as a separate piece and then you could somehow make your own, but I guess you can plug in blast effects and make it look like a laser gun, but whatever. It is what it is. For storage on the spider mode for this, on the bottom of the spider, there are two notches right here, and there's two tabs right there. And basically you're going to tab those into the bottom of the spider, and it stores right under there like so. And also this weapon actually helps to solidify and hold everything together here in the spider mode. But anyway, that's it for the weapon storage. And here is Blackarachnia herself in her spider mode, her Black Widow spider mode. And yeah, the one thing that this figure, we'll get to it and I'll show it off in a minute, but one of the things that this figure does not live up to is all the ball joints in here. In the promotional images, it shows this spider being able to hang off of surfaces using those legs, but mine don't hardly have any grip at all, so. Also, one other issue on the spider mode is these pieces do not like to stay completely flushed, because once you get one side, the other one does it. And then you try to plug in the other side, and then this side starts to untab, and kind of have to finagle with this for like a good 5 to 10 minutes to get it to stay. And then this hinge joint down here tends to be loose. Anyway, you get the idea. Like, the spider looks great. It's just a little bit finicky here and there, and sometimes it's a pain to mess around with, but overall, I do like the way it looks. Taking a look at some of those close-up details, I like how they got all the little eyes painted on there. And then these shoulder bits kind of form, I guess, like the little mandibles. And then right up here, you got the molded texture detail. You got the red bits painted on right there. And you can see some golds. As you can see, the hands, the claw hands pop out. And again, the gun does help to solidify those joints. And then the legs also got that same mechanical detail and all that. Or not mechanical, the kind of like textured detail. So anyway, that is really it for that. Getting into the articulation for the spider mode. Head doesn't do anything. There is a hinge at the base of the legs which allows for rotation, but there you go. The hands, you need to hold down the hands, at least on mine you have to. And then there's a ball joint, 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 ball joint. And yeah, so a lot of ball joints on this figure. The only problem is there's so many of them that it's hard to get her to stand. She's able to hold up poses, you just kind of have to finagle with it for a little while, but. And for beast mode size comparisons, here she is with the Lego Optimus Prime's truck mode. And then here is Blackarachnia with my last Transformers action figure review, the Nest Bumblebee. And they are totally in scale. And now getting into Blackarachnia's transformation. And here is taking a look at Blackarachnia's head sculpt. It looks pretty good, I would say. I like the way how they got the paintwork going on. I don't really like the way how the mouth looks. That does look a little bit off. But I do like the black, and the head looks pretty accurate to the CGI model of the show. That isn't the only thing that is also accurate to the show.
Boobies.
But anyway, moving on. There's the shoulders. I do like the little spider legs. And then they got the black and yellow claw hands right here. And as you can see right there, there is a little bit of a notch in the claws. There, it is visible for a 5mm peg. And yes, she can still hold weapons, even with those claw hands. So I do like the way how they managed to mold those. And then you can kind of see they kind of tried to mold her abs in. Pretty nice musculature there using the spider. And then the crotch there's got the golden eyes, just like the show model. I keep comparing it to the show model. Anyway, the legs right here got a little bit of yellow on the inside. Pretty good. And then they got the spider detailing on the outside. Got the little knee spikes. The calves are made of a nice kind of, I don't know why, they're made of like a nice smooth plastic. And then the feet are those disgusting black buggy looking feet right there. But she does also have the ports on the bottom right there. And then the backpack actually looks really good. It's mostly the legs that are the kibble, but the backpack is actually pretty flushed on her back. Another nice thing is you can have the legs rotated the other way, and you can have her recreating that scene where she has the Gatling gun spider legs, and you can plug in some blast effects to really try to recreate those scenes as well. Anyway, now let's get right on into the articulation. She's got a ball joint at the head, which does allow her to look up that far and down that far. She does kind of pivot back and forth. She can pivot it just a little bit, can rotate a full 360. Shoulders can rotate a full 360, even with the spider legs in the way. They can hinge up and down. Again, spider legs kind of in the way. Does rotate forward and back, and then rotates at the wrist, I guess, and then bends at the wrist, or is that the elbow? I don't know, I can't tell. But anyway, and then no waist rotation. Hips can move back that far. They can move forward that far. They can move outward that far. She does get a thigh rotation. The knee can bend all the way in. Very nice knee bend. Ankles can move up. They can move down. And she does get some really deep ankle pivot. So pretty good articulation here on Blackarachnia. And as mentioned before, she has ball joints in the legs. For comparisons, here she is with the last Transformers review that I did on the Lego Optimus Prime. And then here she is with the last Transformers action figure I reviewed, the Nest Bumblebee. So anyway, that's basically it for the comparisons. That is basically it for the Transformers Kingdom Deluxe Class Blackarachnia. Yeah, she's alright. I mean, it's mostly due to my personal bias toward the show. Honestly, Blackarachnia, even though they gave her a lot of the really deep plot points and they always made her like the one trying to betray Megatron and everything, honestly, her character really started to bore me throughout the show. But anyway, this isn't a review on the show. This is a review on the figure. The figure itself is good quality. I won't deny that Hasbro did put in the work to really make this figure as accurate as possible in both robot mode and in the spider mode. And the figure still has the right accessory and the right posability. The only thing I would probably improve would probably be figure out some kind of way how to work in a waist rotation, though based on the transformation, that's kind of not really could happen. But if they can't get all the points of articulation, they could have maybe upgraded her accessories a little bit. I just wish the spider mode had tighter ball joints and I could actually get the spider to crawl around on walls and everything. But yeah, I mostly just needed her to complete my Beast Wars collection, but that doesn't mean that she's a bad figure. That's just my personal bias. So that's not any shade toward the figure. It just depends on your personal opinion about Blackarachnia as a character. Anyway, that is basically it for my review on the Transformers Kingdom Blackarachnia. This is a review that I've had on my mind for a while and I've been wanting to take care of it, so I wanted to get it out there. If I had to give this figure a rating, I would give her a solid 7 out of 10. She's not, like, complete garbage, but it's just my personal bias of the figure that prevents me from giving it an 8 or a 9. But overall, I do like it. If you guys liked the review, be sure to give me a like on the video. Be sure to comment down below what you liked about it, or whatever you feel like commenting, who knows. Yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more Transformers reviews, very important. And I'll catch you guys next time.